A judge thought he was about to approve a plea deal until he uncovered 15 separate probation violations, a violent assault on a disabled victim, and a defendant who couldn't even remember his own sentence. What happened next completely changed the outcome. Stay until the end to see why the judge refused the deal and ordered a full hearing instead.
All of those are all separate events, right?
I must have a different one. I'm at second amended motion.
That's what I have. That's what I have. But I'm looking at
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay.
all of these are separate events, is what I'm saying. He's had 15 violations over his probation that we've had to deal with. These are all separate. They don't repeat them.
You must have something different than I have. This is what I have. Two pages.
Yeah. Oh, you're missing a third page.
Missing a page. Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry. You're missing a third and fourth page.
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
In any event, we do have an agreement.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Y'all made an agreement, but
Right.
I mean, it's,
Yes.
it's, first and first amended. What do we do with it? There's nothing on the first amended that was filed in 23. I have nothing on this that showed that we disposed of this. Do y'all have any history on this?
I do not, Judge,
I didn't represent it.
and I just inherited.
Well, it was filed in going on 3 years ago. Has he been an absconder or something?
He went to TDC, Judge, so I suspect that out of a different county.
It's on the lease.
Family violence.
No, there's nothing, we never dealt with the first amended that was filed in 3 years ago.
Well, he's been at TDC
For how long?
for that,
For how long?
3 years.
Well, I did 11 months in Galveston County, did 2 years.
When did you do Galveston County? Galveston County, what, the date?
When I got there October 2nd, 2023.
2021?
2023.
Okay. All right. How much were you sentenced to then?
3 years and a half. I had a variance CC.
And Judge, the state's original offer was 5, and Mr. Dusler worked me down to 3 on this, Judge.
So explain to me how subsequent bad behavior results in less punishment.
That's not normally my policy or my thinking either, Judge.
I believe.
I do believe that the sanctions should get progressively worse.
So, okay.
Well,
So why are we doing that?
Well, and Mr. Dusler made an argument that was somewhat compelling, and I was
They were committed.
I was wanting to move.
Oh,
against
yes.
it.
The point was that he's actually been in custody either in Galveston County, Harris County, or TDC now for several years.
I know.
He's got quite a bit.
But he's held accountable. But
of
you just don't commit a bunch of wrongdoing and then package them up in a deal. You're held accountable for every mistake. That's what you're supposed to be, or else what it does is promotes people who, if you want to really foul up, do it great. Do it big time. Make a big mess, because they'll package it up and sell it for 5 cents on the dollar. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. I know that y'all find it funny, but it's not right. There's nothing comical about it. It's people's lives and their liberty. And you just can't go and just make a big mess and think you're going to Get a package deal.
I'm understanding every point you try to make Judge Stevens for, if I made it.
All right.
Like he said, I've been incarcerated.
When did you get out of jail?
February 4th of 2026. I was out on a
Okay.
parole.
Okay. February what?
February 4th of
4th, okay.
2026.
So 2 weeks later, you're committing failure to ID as a fugitive with intent to give false information in Harris County. That's what this says. In 2 weeks, you're committing a crime. In 2 weeks.
I'm trying to go back.
And
I
15,
just got it now.
fail. And 15 says you fail to report to the Jefferson County Probation upon your release. What's the word on, where's the probation officer on this, please? Who has information to help me?
Parole never even informed me that I was still having to deal with probation.
What do you say? You were on probation for, I sentenced you to 10 years in prison, probated for 10 years in 22. 10 years to 22.
For 5 weeks.
Well, that's not what the motion says. That's,
I'm showing 10 over 10, unless the motion's incorrect, Judge.
well, let me see what.
I did not represent him at that time, but I
That's
think,
basically how
I think, Mr. Gallimore, who represented him, had an agreement for a count for 5 years. And the court granted him probation of 10 over 10 instead.
during
That's-
5 years probation.
What did you say?
They granted me 5 years.
No,
probation.
I'm sorry. This whole thing is going to be based upon you being forthright and frank with me. And I'm looking at the probation order that says that I signed that states 10 years, sir.
I was informed
Are you
that-
kidding me?
I'm not even released. I was sitting for outside in the 510. And I'm even giving me 5 years TDC or 5 years probation. I was sent to TDC for 5 years, then released after 6-7 months. On trial probation for 5 years. For further due.
What's your version of all of this now? I think I figured this out. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Just, I don't intend to do any more crime. I wasn't even trying to get out on the parole. I mean, the PR bond, they set me out, and they told me I didn't have no detaining for over here when I was trying to come over here to resolve it. Like I told parole then, the reason for me not going to the halfway house was because I didn't even know my way around Houston. I'm not from Houston. You know what I'm saying? And
Everybody figures it out. You have to figure it out.
I didn't have no phone. I didn't have nothing. I lost all my credentials. It was hard for me out there. And I'm thankful to God that actually ended up coming down here. Like I said, they didn't have no detainer the 2 times they released me from Harris County. So they just kept releasing me back to the street. I had no support, no help. The person that I did rely on that support was the person that I had got the family
Whose
violence.
fault is all of this? Somebody else's?
No, it's my fault. I hold myself accountable to my actions.
You're on probation. What kind of probation are you on here?
They had me set for, to my knowledge and belief, was 5 years deferred adjudicated probation.
Is that what you think it is?
To my knowledge and belief, that's what I
Are you
find.
okay mentally? Have you ever been seen by a doctor or something for mental health?
Yes.
All right. To help you out, this is a case that works its way back to 2022. Y'all, you and 2 other people assaulted a handicapped person who's confined to a wheelchair and assaulted him. So that in itself is not only criminal, it's just immoral. Then next, you were charged with injury to a disabled person. You were sentenced in 2021 by me to 5 years in prison. Then I granted you thereafter judicial clemency and placed you on probation in 2022 and sentenced you to 10 years in prison, probated for 10 years. You're done. Show him his signature to that.
Yes,
You signed off on the deal. See that?
that was your signature. That was after he granted you shot probation, he jumped 10 years probation.
You signed on it. You signed on the deal, sir. And this
That's
was
not what the-
this was in January of 22. You were convicted, then I gave you a break and put you on regular probation after sentencing you. You don't even, this is your life. I'm telling you some things you should know. You don't even know what you were put on. It's like you're not thinking squarely. Everybody knows what they're charged with. Everybody knows what their sentences are. And how could you be so confused?
To be frank, I wasn't properly medicated at those times. I was really self-medicating myself. Was
Whose fault is that?
my father's-
Then it's your fault. Yeah. And now we have a motion to revoke probation and alleging well, he never pleaded to the first motion to revoke probation. I mean, there's what we've got is a first amended and a second amended, 15 violations total. No, you don't assault a person in a wheelchair and get off lightly on my watch. So what is this deal? 3 years?
Yes,
No way. We're going to have a hearing on this.
Yes.
So when can you be ready?
Can I say something?
No, talk to him. I've already made my ruling. No, I'm not going to accept the deal. I'll make the decision and you're looking at up to 10 years in prison. But we'll have a hearing on this as soon as possible. When can you be ready?
anytime.
This Friday?
No, so not this Friday.
Friday next?
I can get with her. I'm not quite sure about the schedule, but I'll get with her.
Well, I'm going to set it for Friday next and see where you are. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Is there a schedule for me to speak to my probation officer at least?
Caleb Fuente.
They should get in. I'm saying it.
Caleb Fuente.
What do you think? Was the judge right to reject the plea deal, or should he have accepted it? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoy real courtroom moments, powerful judicial decisions, and in-depth legal breakdowns, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching.